is knockout tonight. The equation is as simple as that. Winner through to play the Roosters next week. Loser, well, they can leave the country if they like. And it is Lisa Armour with the first run. Cassiano will come off the bench. The bearded twin. Reynolds over the top. The bully doesn't want to know about it. Dugan takes it. This is action with a stride forward. The beast. Now Moses up to the line again. Pritchard nicely along. Josh Morris has left them behind. He got through Nightingale.
Held up on three.
And is then held up in goal.
Take it out.
Well, that is most unlike Jason Nightingale. That miss there. Look at him.
Just relax here, Josh.
Got some tackles up their sleeve, but again, Moses and by creating some problems by going to the defensive line.
3 tackles, in fact, up their sleeve. No, they won't get anywhere near it. Eastwood appeals that the ball was stripped with every touch. Now Pritchard out in front. Reynolds steadies, kicking it out towards the wing. The bully lost it. Lafay did the same. Now it's fumbled by Winnip. Not a bulldog, a terrier. And the former Damien Cook. Winnip's kick knocked out by Pritchard, covered up. And that ruled penalty.
Ball's out here.
Bulldogs.
He drops in late, takes it back in their goal.
They opening last night, and they get next week off. And now the Roosters will play the winner of this one before Sydney. Week 2 playoff. Lafay risky out to Perrin. Perrin's got away from Italia. Now the Bulldogs driven again. 21 metres from the Dragons line. Reynolds with energy. Then inside, what a ball for Morris. And Morris stretches out the score. From the Englishman to the Kangaroo.
Try down here. Just make sure he retains possession on the way to the goal line.
Well, look that way, last.
The first try of the game. Here is confirmation by a player who scored 112 tries in the red and white. Tonight he scores try number 1 with the Bulldogs against George Illawarra. Having the playmaker stepped up, Brandon, and you look at the way Reynolds has started tonight. Zembai has started. Then you've got a halfback in the front row, Bonnie James Graham, who put the pass on there. Most successful. Looking for Marshall. He's on the right. He's got the ball. He'll pop it towards the wing of Curtis Rona. And Nightingale was there, but Rona stolen it off him. It's a bad form for Canterbury so far. Putting the work
He doesn't. That's really heavy strapping on that thigh. They said it was as bad a cork as they've ever seen. And he's not running freely. We just saw when he picked that ball up, he was looking for support almost immediately. And if he hasn't got the footwork and the speed that he normally does, well, that will detract from what the Dragons are going to do with the ball.
Now they're 25 away again. Imbo to Graham. He wanted a runner. He had a runner. It's a big one in Pritchard. He's offloaded. Josh Morris to Brett. This is a nightmare for the Dragons. The St George Illawarra Juniors heavily involved. Now for Reynolds, intercepted. And Marquetto, of all players, comes up with the ball.
Yeah, the pirouette from Josh Reynolds just turned his back on the defence and didn't see Marquetto, who just kept pushing forward in that defensive line. Comes up with a big play for the Dragons. They needed it after Brett Morris went very close to scoring his second.
And Canterbury with it on their 20. Lafay offloads. Reynolds looked up. Marquetto in front of him. Oh! Down goes Josh Reynolds. Buried by Mitch Ray. That was a beauty. James Graham is hit over the top by Brazil from George. Outside Reynolds right up on the advantage line, and back goes Brown in the Marquetto tackle. The intensity lifts again. Moses in mind. On to Tolman. Morris into the line. Great defence against George Illawarra. Young Aitken with that tackle. His first finals match tonight. Josh Morris. This is the Dragons' defence. The first half of the year we're seeing in this set. Tackle number 4, Pritchard on the Tolman. Runs up, Dugan there, so was Gray. Last tackle, Canterbury. And Reynolds is going to go to point. Charge down into Frizzell. good as any Dragons forward tonight, Jack de Belin off the bench. 13 tackles, half a dozen hit-ups. Now Marshall, Dragons fans still, Morris almost made a mess of it. He has made a mess of it. It may be a try to win under Bowley. Hang on.
Well, mate.
Hang on a
Tackle one down
second.
equine, try. We're having a look and see if Morris grounds it before the Dragon.
Regather the football, and does he fall on it in time, or does Edo Nabuli get his hands on it? There it goes back through his legs. Nabuli's past him. Morris gets it.
Well, that's an interesting one.
Because you can't ground the ball in the field of play. It's short of the line.
That's right. And then is that, are you saying that Nabuli's ended up with a ball? Is that a one-on-one strip? But once the ball is grounded and a hand comes on him, that constitutes a tackle. So it can be no try. It would be held.
That's why we have it, eh?
Morris, I would have thought.
That's why we have it.
There you have it. No try is the call.
Is that a classic question?
83 tackles inside the Bulldogs, 20 tonight for no result for St George Illawarra. Last tackle switch with Marshall. Redden fumbles, gets a kick in. Morris has then taken back in goal. It is a tackle again. What a night Perrot's having. Sensational tackle by Perrott. Last play, Widdop's kick. Plenty of Dragons chasers there. Big bat back. Marshall hustles, got the ball, still the last. Marshall comes to a complete stop, reached the cul-de-sac, wanted for someone to come inside. Now he's gone to the outside. Now he's straightened up. Oh, Benji! Where did that come from? He's wound the clock back to 85 with a Tigers.
No. No try. Having a look at the possible obstruction in the lead up here, mate, please.
Oh, come on, they've all had a crack at him. They've all had a go at him. They should have taken him. Marshall gets over. It's been set upstairs, no try. It's contact with Frizzell. I think they're going to decide just on that basis that is where the problem is, no try. Boy, was I happy about the decision, and then quickly had a big smile when he realised he was on the big screen. It's a gift for Edo Nabuli.
Sam Perrott and Tim Laffey were nowhere near that, and they weren't sure, and the kick didn't go high enough, and it went too long. It was a couple of yards too long, an easy take to give the Dragons 7 tackles.
The game is begging to be taken by the scruff of the neck, and Aitken almost does that. With a 16 or 17 minute game, Rain takes off, away to Dugan. Hard pass there for Marshall, puts on the spring-loaded step. He is, oh boy, that looked difficult and awkward from Eastwood.
Tackle 3, Benji Marshall.
He's turned him into the swizzle stick there.
Just fell awkwardly.
Spun him into the ground.
Tackle 3.
The knee appears, well, it may be gone here for Benji.
Yeah, just tries to split those two Bulldogs and the biggest ones. Well, he wraps the leg around. Is it the knee or the ankle? Because it certainly looked like the ankle there. Just watch that foot get stuck under as Greg Eastwood. It's like a scissors hold.
Yeah.
And then flips him back over.
Kiwi test player on Kiwi test player, and the Kiwis with a 3-match series to come against England. And look, all the pictures here suggest Marshall knows there's some damage there. Brazil, Rain, Dugan, last play, and Mike calling for it, doesn't get it, yes he does. Oh, good play, there's a passage and a score. Left eye, or did he lose it? Left eye, number 1.
Inside of Josh Jackson. Right, mate. No try. Look at the obstruction, mate, here.
Well, maybe the put down's okay, but there's an obstruction that they've picked up.
Yeah. Jackson veers out towards the sideline, and that doesn't help Tim Laffey's case. You saw him just prop momentarily, backs himself out of the line. I don't know which way they're going to go on this one.
No try, they back up the on-ground decision.
Anyway.
6-0 it remains.
Jackson to straighten up on his decoy line. The fact that he just kept angling out towards, and the same
pressure, he's got it.
He's got it all right. He was infield enough, despite the attention of 4 Bulldogs. They couldn't get him across the sideline. And they come up with one, finally the Dragons. 68 minutes it's taken them.
Well, only a big human could score a try like that. You've got to be 6'6".
Yeah, he had
110 kilos to score.
Yeah, he had a lot of work to do. Ed O'Nabuli, the tip on, gave him some space, but there was plenty of Bulldogs coming across in cover, and he was just able to get in between the first 2 defenders. And then he was always going to be hard to stop. Just look how tall he is. And the amount of possession that they've had inside that 20 finally tells on the Dogs' defensive line.
He scored their very first try of the year on debut in that Monday night game against the Storm. A blunder of a performance, but he did score. Could be he scored their last try of the year, but they're hoping for more. Win it to get us to 6-all. With 10 to go. It's the good luck that'll take the strike. Gareth Winnipeg couldn't hit it any better. Sweet as you like. 6-all scoreline. Well, he's done it with one leg tied behind his back to kick that goal.
And what a kick from Winnipeg. What a pressure kick from the man that missed last week's game. He's been out there tonight, Benji Marshall. That right ankle in a bucket of ice. Winnipeg's come up with a big play on the back of the Nabuli try.
And that in the opening quarter of the game. And then now 10 from the line, try. Winnipeg's in position for the shot right now. Raiders going to deliver. There's the stack. Here's the shot. Big charge down. Winnipeg scampers back. Gets some knees in the back from Pritchard, was it? Road rushes in. Now we've got some head slipping, some pushing, some shoving.
Climbing. Always have a look.
I think he's
Possible
okay.
green ball is on the ground.
Right up there on knees as they're asking to be looked at. We can have a penalty in front of the posts.
Otherwise,
Pritchard.
tackle one, yeah. Let's take it away, guys. Give us some room here.
Oh, Frankie Pritchard, no. No, with his back towards the Bulldogs' defence.
Right up there.
There's no argument. Then Cassiano.
Sorry, mate, I've got people talking.
Virtually straight in front, 30, 32, 33 metres out.
The clock didn't stop through all of this, and that's what Canterbury are complaining about. That he was receiving treatment, stop the clock. Jared Maxwell saying we're onto it. This is it. This is to put the Dragons in front for the first time tonight. Team number 8 coming into the finals from 33 out. He has done it. Gareth Winnipeg's got the Dragons in front. 8-6. Bulldogs just outside their 30. What a throw on Fox Sports. Lafayette with the ball. Centre field. Risky ball. Out the back. Morris has got it. Dragons defence is up. Brazil another tackle. His 33rd of the night. There have been big ones as well. There's now time on to end on. Unload. Josh Morris. Josh Morris has found the highway. And he's roped into the tackle. 22 metres out. Penalty would be interesting here. Reynolds with the ball. Right across field. Lets up with Lafayette. Lafaye's offloaded. Sean Lane has scored.
I don't know what to say, really.
From the clouds. With
3
just over
minutes.
2.5 remaining.
The biggest battle of our professional lives.
That no one had heard of at the
All
start of the
comes
year.
down to
Sean
today.
Lane has scored.
Either
The Dragons
we
need to
heal
come up with a short kick-off of a lifetime.
as a team,
10 points.
we're going to crumble.
Moses Mbai.
Inch by inch, play by play, till we're finished. We're in hell right now, gentlemen. Believe me.
That's what it boils down
And
to. With a clock
we can
stopped.
stay here, get the shit kicked out of us, Or
Let's see if Gareth Whittam can
we can fight our way back into the light. We can climb out of hell. 1 inch at a time. Now, I can't do it for you. I'm too old. I look around, I see these young faces, and I think, I mean, I made every wrong choice a middle-aged man can make. I pissed away all my money, believe it or not. I chased off anyone who's ever loved me. And lately, I can't even stand the face I see in the mirror. You know, when you get old in life, things get taken from you. I mean, that's part of life. But you only learn that when you start losing stuff. You find out life's this game of inches. So is football. Because in either game, life or football, the margin for error is so small. I mean, 1/2 a step too late or too early, and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch. Because we know when we add up all those inches, that's gonna make the fucking difference between winning and losing. Between living and dying. I'll tell you this, in any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die who's gonna win that inch. And I know if I'm gonna have any life anymore, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that inch. Because that's what living is. The 6 inches in front of your face. Now I can't make you do it. You gotta look at the guy next to you. Look into his eyes. Now I think you're gonna see a guy who will go that inch with you. Hell yeah. You're gonna see a guy who will sacrifice himself for this team because he knows when it comes down to it, you're gonna do the same for him. That's a team, gentlemen. Hell yeah. And either we heal now as a team, or we will die as individuals. That's football, guys. That's all it is. Now, what are you gonna do?